Hey gents, this is going to be a real short video about chargebacks. Now this is an important and unfortunate part of business that I want to go over today. Excuse the camera quality, unfortunately we have... Actually, it's not unfortunate, it's actually very fortunate. I'm enjoying myself. Now listen, let's jump straight in. This is how to protect your business from chargebacks. And first of all, for those of you that don't know what chargebacks are, let me give you an indicator of how it works. A chargeback is when someone makes a payment to your business and let's say they don't get results, or for whatever reason they decide they want that money back, they can force that money back. And the way they do it is this: they call the bank, they say, hey, this charge wasn't authorized, service was not delivered, fraudulent charge, whatever it was, and they basically charge it back. They reverse the payment. The issue and the reason this is a problem for you guys is it can get your payment processor completely banned and blocked, leaving you with a significant amount of money in your processor that you will never get because they hold it. They put on holds into the account. So let me tell you this. Imagine this. You close the 3K a month SMMA deal. The client sounds excited. They shake your hand virtually through Google Meet. The contract, boom, done. Payment through. Week 1, silence. Week 2, you get those passive-aggressive texts. Week 3, this isn't really what I expected. And then it happens. You wake up to a notification from your processor, and that chargeback's filed, it's hit. Not only do you lose 3K, your account health also takes a hit. So too many of these processors, they shut you down entirely with no warning, no mercy, and that, truthfully, is a nightmare scenario. Chargebacks do not just cost money. They destroy momentum, reputation, and in some unfortunate cases, sometimes entire agencies. And that's the reason why we've made this video, so that this can protect you. Either you're starting out or you have a significant level with your business. This is going to be applicable to everyone. So the actual sales call itself, that is generally where the chargebacks are really won or lost. And hold tight. Jake, the dog wants out. I'll get to him in a second. Anyway, excuse the dog. I'm actually going to let him out. Otherwise, he's just going to keep screaming. You want to go to mommy? Oh, sorry, Jake. There you go. Alright, great. I've sent the dog back in. So anyway, where were we? The sales call, truthfully, is where it's won or lost. Chargebacks, they almost never start at payment. They start on the sales call. Your job on the call is not to sign the deal or sing the deal. It's written here, which actually both works, right? A lot of people do sing the deal. They sing that nice song that sounds good. Your job is to set expectations so clearly that the client can't lie to themselves later. I've had this in jobs I've worked with in the past where, how do I put this? The client hears what they want to hear, and you need to be knowledgeable of that and make sure that they hear only what they should hear. So that's a tough skill to master, but on every sales call, your brain goes, I need to sell this person, and there's another part of your brain that needs to go, is this person going to be a good client or not? I've hung up on calls with people. Many times in the last year, because I'm worried they are going to be a problem or a chargeback, and so I don't allow them through. So be honest about timelines, testing periods, potential hiccups, this being probably the most important part. And, a lot of you are probably thinking, well, why is that the most important? I'll tell you the reason why. Here's the reason. What is the one thing that they hate the most? Is unexpected. Let me write that down. Unexpected problems. That's something all humans hate. Problems humans don't mind. Unexpected problems they really dislike. Because unexpected problems are a threat to their survival. It's human nature. Remember this. Don't be mad at the client. This is human nature. And the other part is their role in the process. Because if they rely everything on you and they say, you guys fucked up, you guys this, you guys that, and they don't have accountability from day one, that's an issue. Every client, I basically make sure that they are accountable for their end of the bargain. And on the check-in calls, a lot of the time, I tell them exactly what I've done, and then I need to hear back what they're doing. I review their speed to lead. If it's low, I'll call them out on it. You must baby your clients. You must treat them like you are the teacher, because you are. You must treat them like the student, because you are the teacher. If you know deep down that a client will be a nightmare, do not close them. There is a zero upside to signing a deal you already know will over-message you, ignore advice, and blame you for their own lack of execution. Walking away from bad money protects good money. Now, let me go further on this. The example that I see, and I a million times before when it's happened to me, is this. Low ticket clients with high pain. Now, this is a big problem. High pain, meaning they really, really need the service. If the service goes wrong or doesn't meet expectations for whatever reason, because they are a low ticket client, the money means way more to them than it would do to a normal client, for example. And that's a big issue, right? This sentence here, if the service does have hiccups or problems, even if you have set that and said to them, listen, this could happen, they're going to be very, very concerned. And when I say concerned, they're going to want to take action fast to protect their income and their wealth. And sometimes it goes the wrong way, because when people are desperate, they do terrible things. Handling buyer's remorse. Now, this is another important one. Buyer's remorse is normal. What's dangerous is unhandled buyer's remorse. Almost every single person has buyer's remorse to some degree, because a lot of the time sales is basically done by dopamine. Your brain's really high on dopamine. It thinks, this is going to be great, this is what I need, this is perfect. You buy it, and then there's always a doubt or a thought, at least a thought that pops into your mind going, why did I choose to do this? Okay? The first 7 days are everything. During the first week after payment, call frequently, text frequently, over-communicate, text, call, do everything. Send them videos, Loom videos of what you're working on, what your thoughts are, summarizing stuff that's gone on that week. I do that. I do that to every client. I even tell them on onboarding, listen, you're going to get so much communication from me that I need you to tell me to dial it back and when I need to shut up. And they laugh and they love it. And I do literally do that. Every single morning, I will send each client a personalized overview video if they are within their first 7 days of the campaign. Beyond that point, they will trust me because I would have got them some work, a job, good appointments, stuff like that. From there onwards, it goes down to like every 3 days, every 4 days, or sometimes every week if they're that type of client that's more closed off. But do continue that consistent communication for the entire duration of the contract. Most people kind of lay off it once people are getting good results. That's also an issue that leads to a big thing called churn. Losing. We don't want to lose clients. The clients that you retain are the ones that you speak to often. I've actually had clients that have got poor results, but still retained and literally paid me like another 3.5k for another 3 months, because they're that confident that I'm, first of all, working hard, and second of all, I'm the guy. Right, what does that last one mean? Basically, if anyone, and I say this to I actually say this to people, if anyone's going to get it right, it's going to be me. All right? If it's not working, it isn't me. It'll be other stuff I've got to do to get around the problem. It could be the local areas, demand decreased, it could be this, it could be that, the news articles, whatever the fuck it is, right? And they know that, and they trust me, and they will still pay, so that client communication is key. Here is the next part. Now, I've paid for services before, and I've been totally fucked over. Like, completely fucked over with, like, some piss poor products that are just unexcusably bad. If you sell someone high ticket, deliver them good results. If they pay you $500, like, do a $500 service. If you're a big business, of course, that is. Like, don't actually dig into your pocket. Like, for my 3.5k and more clients, I will pay personally to get them in Fox News and loads of other places. I will dig into my profit margins in the thousands sometimes in that first month to get them amazing results. Whereas with 500 clients that just pay a little setup fee and they want to try it out, like, you guys are trying it out, right? You're paying $500, you get a $500 service. This one is hard to rule out in your business. Sorry, it's a hard rule in your business even. The text messages need to be to get people on the phone. I have this with all my guys. A lot of people say to me, all right, okay, Jack, so do I just text them? Do I email them? Do I do this? Do I do that? No, you call them. Because your voice is what sold them in the first place. Your voice is what got the deal. Your voice is what's going to keep the deal and retain them. Tone is lost in text. Emotion is lost in text. Actually, I'm going to go further here. It's not necessarily lost, right? I want to cross that off, and I would love to put that to misrepresented in text. they might misinterpret it. They might think it represents another tonality that it doesn't. And that can cause problems. They assume the tonality that they think you have. And that causes people to fail. Get on the phone with them, chat to them, be honest. And that really diffuses the situation. Your voice sells, your voice retains, and when issues come up, get on the phone. When expectations need adjusting, get on the phone. When a client feels uncertain, get on the phone. Calls prevent the chargebacks. And I've done this with clients. Like, if they tell me there's a problem or they're concerned that I can see in their text they might be concerned, boom, phone call. No text reply, phone call. And here's the last one, which, I'll be honest with you, actually, sorry, I lie, it's not the last one, I have like 3 other ones. Like, I have a lot of value and a lot of things to say on this topic. Why, you might ask? I've experienced huge loss from this. Especially my first month of business. And this is the truth, in my first month of business, I got fucked. I got fucked badly. It nearly put me out of the game fully. Not just in the business, but in my life. So this is why this is an important thing, right? Anyway, the reason I got a chargeback in my first month of business, my first week of business actually, it was a $2,500 payment. It was because she didn't know there was ad spend. The call recording, I literally tell her there's $50 a day in ad spend plus our $2,500 fee. But like I said, people hear what they want to hear. I recently invested into service delivery training and a lot of other things as well. $12,000 I spent. For a lot of people, that's a lot of money. And for me, like, still 12K is a decent amount. Not ads, not software, it's skill that I invested into. A lot of people are okay with investing into ads. 12K in ads, boom, easy. 12K into software, yeah, maybe it's not as great, but you get to keep something, right? People really struggle with this one thing. I just can't invest in my skill. Yeah. That's why you're not growing. That's why you're having problems, right? The result is this. My service delivery is now incredible, right? And the math is so simple. 12K one-time investment, years and years of retained clients, fewer disputes, fewer refunds, higher lifetime value. That is a simple ROI calculation. If your service is undeniable, chargebacks will decrease. Payment processing, right? I have many payment processes. And I'm reluctant to tell you one of them. But this one I will tell you. Okay? I use WOP for a decent amount of my payments because I have a good relationship with the people that run WOP. On top of that as well, WOP does provide 85% dispute win rate. It's got very strong merchant protection and hands-on support. If there's a problem, you can email them and get help. And reputation's a key thing. Like, I have a WhatsApp number of someone that I can text, call, and discuss things with if I have a problem. And he can help me. That's really important. WOP's a very good platform, I'll be honest with you. There's another thing that I do as well. For a high ticket payment. Or even I might go as far to say a high risk payment. I won't really go through a lot of this in depth because this is an advanced tactic. I cash collect, instantly convert to USDT, hold in wallet, boom. Very simply, crypto cannot be charged back on. Period. It can't be. So, if you're ever doing a high risk transaction, let me explain one, because this sounds a bit sinister unless I explain context. A high risk transaction would be, I'm collecting $12,000 of ad spend on behalf of my client. Okay? You're going to run 12 months of ads. What if at month 3 they charge back 3K? Or even all of it? Then what? You've now lost 3K, you're in the negative. And they charge back the payment they gave you as well, 369, that's 9K. You're talking 12K altogether, right? So having a system that holds your cash in a very secure manner is important if you are doing high risk transactions. My recommendation to beginners or anyone Personally, I do this myself even, I'll be honest, is to not do high risk transactions. It only causes more problems than it does benefits. So that's that. Moving on to this, right? Contracts is kind of one of the two last things, right? Simple, clear, protective, no refund clause, simple, no chargeback clause. If someone does chargeback, I have a $25,000 damage fee that I charge people, and the reason we do that is because it would pause our payments and cause me a lot of problems, and it would mean I'd miss out on nearly $25,000 worth of payments during the time that it causes me to fix it. So that's it. Like it really, protects us. The final rule: if you fail to deliver, just refund them. Right? It's very simple. Fighting chargebacks when you're wrong wastes time, hurts reputation, and damages processor relationships. Just like obviously take that and understand that if you have done a bad result, do give them the money back. I've done that many times, and years of doing this, like I have actually done that, and that's a tough thing to do. A lot of people can't walk away. Learn to be able to do that, otherwise more problems will follow. Break that scarcity mindset, and trust me, it's going to help you out. I hope this video was useful. I don't think I've seen anyone discuss this online, and I think it's a big topic that a lot of agency owners will come across. And I think having a few things in place before problems strike you is a good thing. So hopefully there's value in this. If you have questions, I do have an Instagram. You can reach out to me at. I'll try and pull it up on the screen. Hold tight, boys. I do have one, but I'm trying to find it for you so I can show you it. And just send me a message. I get loads and loads of messages. I'm a bit slow to respond, boys. So if I am slow, don't panic. But I do get back to you with a voice note. You can tell me, Jack, this is my problem. Help me, and I will literally help you. Here it is. This is me. So look for that account there. Search me up, and drop me a message. If you've got questions, if you need some systems, you need like help with systems, like whatever it is, or you just want to network, like that's cool as well. Or you want to set as a closing role or a sales job. Message me on there. Appreciate you, boys. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and yeah, that's it. Cheers.